Okay, I want to talk a lot about mediumship and how it works and how we can all get in touch with our guides and people in our lives. Because a lot of us think that, oh, I don't have a gift. I'm not with that. But it's actually through practice. We all have gifts. We all have some kind of gift, whether it's automatic writing, we see spirit, or we do healing, we do different modalities. Doesn't mean you have to do a modality that actually everybody else goes, I do that too. Do what works for you. And when I teach classes, I always teach you what actually works for you. Not because it works for someone else. You might be weird. Something might not work for you. So maybe. So I mean, the question here is what works for you? Because if it works for you and you really connect to that, then you're going to be able to keep doing it. If you do it and it doesn't work for you and somebody says you have to do it that way, you're just going to stop it. You won't do it anymore. But I've been doing mediumship since I've been like 5 years old. I've been doing it since I've been a kid. So I've always been able to speak to spirit, but I've always seen them. There hasn't been a question in my life I haven't seen them. Walking in a room, talking to me, working with me. So the question is that I always have had that connection. Remember, when your guides are with you, whether you call them guardian angels, guides, master teachers, whoever you feel that you have with you, you always have people that are with you. When we teach this, we all have 10 to 15 guides that follow us. I explain to people if all 15 guides are here, it means your guides are having a board meeting and you were not invited. Not all of them will show up at the one time. So if they all show up at one time, then there's something I have to evaluate in your vibration as I reach you. But the question here is you will attract your guides as you need them. If your mother wasn't good with money and she's gone to spirit and you need money, you're probably not going to ask mom about your money situation because she wasn't good with it. You're going to attract somebody in the spirit world that has some kind of expertise with that. Same thing with your health. Same thing with other things in your life. If they weren't healthy, no sense of asking them about your health and your well-being. Your guides will appear as you need them. They will appear in the vibration for you. And archangels are protectors and guides that follow you through the earth plane. The universal laws that we all live by. The law of abundance, the law of like attracts like, the law of vibration, the law of love, harmony. All these laws have a connection, but all of them work together. You don't have like one law and then that's it. All the laws work together as you move through your life. The law of love, the law of harmony, the law of vibration. The law of vibration works extremely well with mediumship because you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise it. You have to set your vibration at a higher level. So if you keep it at a lower level, that is probably the spirit you're going to attract. You raise your vibration through meditation, by getting quiet, by taking a moment with your guides. A friend of mine says every once in a while we have to have a come to Jesus moment with our guides. We have to sit, have a moment with them, talk to them, explain to them what you're looking for. What are you personally looking for? Because we have to have that realization that once it goes through all our filters, eventually ends up in the spirit world. Guides go, oh, and they bring it, and you go, I don't want that. Guide said, no, you asked for that. That's what you asked for. But in the beginning, when we talk about in the beginning, there was the spoken word, the vibration of the spoken word. So when you speak it out, guides hear you. They're usually following you. So they hear what you said. They hear it. They don't have to listen to it through your vibration or through your filters. They hear it out loud. I have people tell people to write down exactly what they think they need. Write it down. Because now you've made your intention known to all your guides. It's black and white. By folding that paper towards you, you personally accepted it. I want this. Then you just throw it away because you want them to go get it today. So many people this lifetime are putting things on the table, putting things away. Every once in a while they'll look at it and go, ooh, I wish I had that. But they're wishing it into the future, not today. By throwing the paper away, you've told them, go get this today, go find this. And since they're all looking over your shoulder, they're all watching you. If most people knew exactly who was following them, some people would be scared. Because some people attract things, attract situations in their life. And those spirits that are used to that, like that, are the ones that you attract. You attract them. If you smoke a lot, you got a lot of people on the other side like the smell of smoke, they follow you. You're a good drinker, God bless you. People there like that, they're gonna follow you. So it's what you place in motion within your life, it's what follows you from the spirit world. Sure, you have protectors and guides that protect you, but they can't save you. They'll warn you. Guys will say, why didn't God fix that? Why didn't God change that? Why didn't God fix that whole situation? Because they can give you warning bells. They can put things in your vibration, warning bells. But they cannot save you. They don't save you from yourself. They'll warn you, put up old police yellow tape all through the vibration. They will do that. But they can't jump off the cliff with you. If you expect your guides to jump off the cliff with you, you might have a problem. They won't do that. They got these little chairs, like that little stool there. They pop them out, they sit down and wait for you to climb out, then they dust you off. They don't jump in after you. So that's why you listen to yourself. We all have that empathic ability, that intuition within our lives to understand that, ooh, that's not good. And usually it's our first thought, first impression when we're looking at things or putting things in motion. It's our first thought, first impression when we're looking at it. If your first thought is, oh, that's not going to be good, listen to yourself. That'll be the first line of defense before they start breaking out the duct tape and all the police tape and all everything else to try to block you from going there. If you try to give somebody money, one of your kids have called and they want money, and you've lost your purse, you can't find it in the house. You know you had it, you didn't find it. That spirit's way say, don't you dare do it. Keep your purse locked up. Mm-hmm. They will block things. If you can't find your car keys, can't get in your car, can't drive somewhere, doesn't mean that you're getting forgetful and older. It means that your guides have hid your keys and want you to stop before you get in your car. Want you to stop before you get there. That's what they do. They propel things, they move things, they rearrange things. They work very well that way. And when we start looking at things, or we give something energy, we decide that we have to do it. We have to put that in motion. What happens is, think of your life right now as there's a very large white screen door in front of you. A lot of people in this lifetime are pushing at that door, trying to make something work. Boy, they're gonna make that work. But once you realize that when you take a breath, step back, stop for a moment, you notice the door says pull. Never said push. And when we keep pushing at something, and Spirit says, okay, we've warned you, we've tried to stop you, go ahead. Then everything falls apart. We blame Spirit, we blame people, but they've already warned us. Please stop. Please stop pushing forward. Move in a different direction. You asked all these things, you do prayers in your life, and we do prayers and we ask Spirit. Everybody should be at least once a week. Just talk to your guides and go, is there anything I've missed? Anything I personally should be doing or putting in motion at this moment in my life? Could you please show me? Then you watch repetition. You watch for things to appear in your life. I had a client, she kept saying blue jays. Blue jays everywhere. She said, Louis, that's a sign. That's a sign. I said, be watchful. You're looking for somebody to enter your life and be part of your life. Be watchful of what's showing up. She met this guy, goes out to dinner with him. Where she lived? On Blue Jay Lane. So, and she calls me, says, is he the one? Blue Jay, at least go out to dinner with him, at least look and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But the question is, the Spirit will produce things in front of us as we move forward in our lives. And the more repetitious it is, the more they'd like to get your attention. We're all dealing with the universal energy. We're all dealing with that. We're all dealing with our higher self. We're all listening to our higher self. Our guides are connected to our being. But mostly we're talking to our higher self through our knowledge, our vibration, our lifetime. When people go to stores and they pick up like symbol books and they go, ooh, those symbols. They pick these books up, they start reading. I say, oh, no, that means that, so it's gotta mean that to me. If you get run over by a red car, you're not gonna think a red car is good. But if you got a red car for a birthday gift, red car good. See, it's according on how that symbol radiates to you. How it radiates to your vibration. When you saw it, what was your first thought that you thought about that symbol? Because it's dealing with whatever you were learning through your lifetime, through your vibration here. What did you learn from that symbol? What connected you to that? Same thing with astrology and different things. One astrologist could go, that means that. And you're going, no, I don't think so. No, it means that to me. No. What does it mean to you? The symbol might be through her training, her situations, her life lessons, her situation, or his, their life lessons, their situations in their life. So that symbol will mean a certain meaning, a certain vibration to them. Might not mean the same to you, because it doesn't fit that. It doesn't fit the vibration. When I teach you how to do mediumship, what I do is I usually get you to kind of set your psychic vocabulary. Because it's your vocabulary, not mine. And I usually have you like take three things, 3 words. And from the 3 words, you produce some kind of story. Tell a story. To be a good medium, you gotta be a good storyteller. You gotta weave the story. Take the people on a journey. My mother used to say there's 2 types of mediums. It's the ones that get you lost in the airport, they lose your luggage, and you're taken prisoner by the natives in the country you visited. Then the one that actually gets you on board, gets you the best hotels, gets you everywhere you need to go, and brings you home safely. People, when they come for readings, and I always explain this to people, if you come for a reading, you kind of already know your life is like going downhill. You know that, like, phew, I know that. You don't need me to explain it to you, how bad your life is. You need me to kind of help you, to give you new insight into where you should be looking. I can't take you to the door, but I should at least take you to the door and ring the doorbell. Not leave you outside going, oh, this is awful, this is awful. No, you're supposed to uplift, encourage, give them information that they might not have seen. You take them on a journey and you bring them back home safely. A journey. And a story is always something you tell individuals and people. And it's the question is understanding how you tell the story. How you tell it. You can tell a crazy story or you can tell one that's comfortable. But it's up to you. It's up to your vibration. It's what you tell yourself too. What you physically tell yourself. Oh, I'm so sick. I'll probably be dead by morning. I probably don't even need to close my eyes. I'll be dead tomorrow. Really? What are you telling yourself? You're telling yourself stuff. Oh, I'll never have money. I'll never do that. So if you tell yourself that, your guides are right here. They're listening. Oh, you don't want any money? Okay, we can fix that. We can make that work. It's what you're posting out into the spirit world. That's why people do affirmations. That's why you do affirmations in your life. You tell yourself, you change your mind thoughts, you do things in your life to change situations within your life. That's what you do. By doing the affirmations or the mantras in your life, you change that mind thought, you change that energy that dwells within you. All that stuff that happened in your life, remember, cycles run every 7 years. 8th year of the cycle, guides take over, they're sick and tired of trying to get you to do something, they take over and they clear it for you. That's because in the 8th year, usually you look at people move, they get divorced, they change their life, they get divorced, they die. People do all kinds of things in their 8th year. 8th year is a purging year. Guides are sick and tired of playing with you. Now they're going to take over. You either accept or decline what they give you. 9th year, you regroup, then you take off again. So our cycles in our lives are set, but every 7 to 9 years, whatever you've had before in your life, you don't need to keep taking with you. If you're sick now, when you get closer to that new cycle, you don't have to take it with you. Unless you keep thinking about it, oh God, I'm so sick, you will take it with you. You have to remember that you can leave it. Start fresh. Clean the territory. Maybe you need to change your friends. Maybe some of the people in your life are just a little bit too crazy for you. And they're dwelling on you, leaning on you. So sometimes we just have to change our environment. Change where we are, what we do. By understanding that, by listening to your guides. He said today, I have a guy named Jeff. Jeff has been my gatekeeper since I've been a little kid. He's always been there, hasn't left me, always talks to me. And then I have other guides that wander through. Then I have Lucerne, who is my trance guide. When I do trance and I drop out of my system, Lucerne will talk, my voice will change, mannerisms will change. He'll talk. More of a trance vibration. So it's a little bit different than mediumship because I'm allowing him to take over. If you don't want one of your guides to take over, trance mediumship probably is not for you. Because they take over. Things change, things regroup, things rebalance. So, and I just step back while he steps in. But trance guides overshadow you, and overshadowing is just them circling your vibration, overshadowing you. He doesn't jump in and take complete control of my body and say, you're not getting back in. No, he doesn't do that. But he overshadows enough that he can take over my voice, my mannerisms, my different things, and my vibration. Mediumship, you still get that kind of that trance vibration going on, because when you get into mediumship, you should remember if you're telling somebody something, because you don't need to remember what you told them, because it's not yours, it's theirs. You don't have to remember what they told them. It's their vibration. All the readings I've done in my life, if I kept all that in my vibration, I'd just be crazy. I'd just be nuts. It's too much. I have to let it go. I just talk, go. Go. The question here is training yourself, sitting still, getting quiet. Remember, when somebody tells you that you have to meditate for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, tell them to get away from you. Because first of all, you only have to meditate as long as you feel comfortable sitting. If you don't feel comfortable sitting more than 5 minutes, that's all you got. 5 good minutes. Sit as long as you're quiet and sit. And when you get antsy and you want to get up and go. It is not how long you meditate. It's setting up some kind of appointment with your guides. Let's say you go to the doctor's office, he doesn't show up, and you're sitting out there in the waiting room, and you are getting angrier and angrier by the minute, because you were supposed to be here. Same thing with your guides. If you set up a time for them, then they're sitting there waiting for you to sit and speak to them. So speak to them. Don't take a moment. I like doing it. Some people will say a transcendental meditation, they don't like you meditating right before you go to bed. I feel like if you can take your meditative state into your dream state, it works extremely well. Because now you're going from meditative to dream. So if you set a time right before you go to sleep, to just sit. You find a place in your home that you can meditate. When you leave here today, some of your energy will be left in the chair that you're sitting in. And the next person will come and sit in that same chair and they go, ooh, I feel warmth in here. Feels nice energy. Or some people go, well, I can't sit here. They go to another chair. You leave your energy in the chair. You do. Every space you go, you leave some type of energy in that space. It's all psychometry. You come in my office, you bring energy with you. You bring people, you bring everything. And set it all out on the floor. And I have to look at it. I have to look. You could either be a collector or you could be a hoarder. One or the other. But you got stuff. Then I have to sort through it. I have to sort through all the stuff. But when you ask your guides, is this highly beneficial for me? Is this highly beneficial for me? Not for your kids, not for other people. I had a lady come to my office not too long ago. She says, Louis, I gotta be healthy. My 2 girls out there, they love me. I need to be healthy for them. I need to be here for them. So she gets up and said, and she sent her daughter to get a reading. First thing out of her daughter's mouth, she goes, Mom's got life insurance. Is she gonna be dead soon? Oh. That's not good. No. That's not a good. No, she's trying to be healthy for them, but they're trying to push her towards the door. So when we're asking for other individuals, we ask for ourselves. Ask for you. Perfect health for you. Whatever you need for you and the guidance of God to give you what you need and what you need to do with it. Guidance from your guides and God, whatever you need. Don't ask for other people. I could ask for her. I could say, dear, I'm gonna get this stuff for you. I'm gonna win the lottery. We're gonna share the money. I'm gonna take you, oh my God, it's gonna be awesome. But you might have a life lesson with money. You might have that whole life lesson going on with you. So I won't get the money until your life lesson is done because I want to share it with you. So, or if I want to send you health and balance in your life, but you don't want health. Oh no. I got a brother on disability. Every time I go see him, I can't touch him. He's afraid I'm gonna heal him. Hey, let him lose that disability check. No, don't touch me. You're gonna heal me. So the question is some people need that. They need that to have people look after them. They need their illness. You might do your best to try to heal them, but they need it. They hold it to them. Ask for perfect health for you, or the reason why not. So if there's some kind of life lesson or some kind of life encouragement that you need in your life, ask for that. Perfect health is the reason why not. Then watch and see what Spirit shows you. What are they trying to show you? What does people come out? Oh my God, I started taking B12. And you go, B12. Turn on TV set, there's B12. Pick up a book, B12. B12 keeps showing up everywhere. Then you should at least look at it. Because it has been repetitious. I know we get older, get a little dementia going on, little stuff going on in our head. Get a little book. If it's repetitious, write it down in the book. Then at the end of the day, look back and see what showed up quite a few times. Write it down. We got phones now, we get a little cell phone. We can go, butterfly. But if you keep seeing the same thing, there's a reason why your guides are allowing you to see that. The reason why. With mediumship, it's walking with your guides. Your gatekeeper, your physician, the one who takes care of your health, and your alchemist are your 3 major guides within your vibration. Alchemist makes the money, relationships, different things that you need in your life. Alchemist does that. Physician takes care of your physical being. And the gatekeeper allows people in to talk to you. Stands at the gate, unlocks the gate, lets people in if they're extremely powerful and good for you. If not, they'll keep the gate closed. The gatekeeper allows people in to speak to you. So not all your relatives might not come to see you. People have a major thing with that. Is people say, why isn't didn't my dad come back in a dream? Why hasn't my mother come back or my wife come back? Why haven't these people come back and talk to me? Sometimes these people are in for this lifetime. This lifetime. They put up with you in this lifetime, they're tired of you now. They're exhausted. So sometimes people are only in it for this lifetime, this incarnation, this vibration. They don't stay connected to us unless they absolutely can help us. So I said, if dad's good with money or mom's good with this and you're asking that, you're attracting people that you need in your life at the time that you need them. Your parents might not be able to help you. People in your life might not be able to help you at this moment. That means that they're not coming. It just means that they're not needed at this moment for you. So you attract yourself a lot of things in your life. So you have to have that moment to sit down and ask you, is there anything I've seen or something I should be doing or putting in motion? Could you please show me? Then you're gonna watch. So there could be things that you aren't putting in motion that your guides would love you to look at, love you to connect to. People get older, we want this companion, this person in our life. But most of the time we're attracting the little clown car with 20 or 30 clowns in it. We're not attracting the one we want to be in our rest of our lives, just somebody that wants us to take care of them. So we have to realize that when we're listen to the vibration. Because when people come in my office, I have a lady 90-some years old, and I go, she goes, I want a husband. I said, how many times have you been married? Quite a few haven't. Oh, I've been married 15 times. I said, what happened to all these husbands? She said, they're all dead. I said, why don't you leave somebody for somebody else? You're killing them all wrong. They're done. But she'd go from husband to husband to husband to husband, and they just die. I don't know what she was doing to them. They were gone. So it's our question about that, if you get divorced, something happens in your life that you now are single. You should take 15 months to allow the energy in your auric field to clear. Because you could go out right after something happens and you will attract the exact same person you had before. Just different face, different body. You need to allow the energy to dissipate itself. So you can take time for yourself. Don't rush out and try to find something. Give it a moment. Take a breath. Allow the energy to subside. If you were married to an alcoholic and you do it too quickly, too soon, the next person you marry will be an alcoholic. If things that were happening in the relationship, in your first relationship, you leave that one, same things will happen in the next relationship. If you do it too quickly. Too quickly. So, I know we're all looking for people to share our lives with. But the question is, make sure that that person's going to be there for the duration, the vibration in your life. Not just for a little while and you go, "Ooh, that didn't work, that's not good." And you have to go out and do it again. The question here is, we have to listen to the metaphysical energy, the vibration of natural law, the universal law within our lives. Law of like attracts like. If we are the same person, we don't change and redo and reset, we seem to repeat. Law of attraction. What we place out into the spirit world is what we attract back. Sometimes we think we should be attracting exactly what we're asking for, but most of the time spirit hears something totally different. You ask for a new car, You might end up with a 65 Volkswagen. You want a new car, and Spirit will say, well, new to you. New to you. So you have to realize that when you're to be specific with your guides, ask whatever you feel is best for you, and then ask for that or better. Better. If they got something better planned for you, they want to give you the lotto drawing for 80 million, not going to hurt your feelings. You're okay with that. I had a client over here in this area. She never played the lottery, picked a ticket off the ground, thought it looked new, tossed it in the car, got home and checked it. It was worth $10 million. On the ground. So if I open my door now in the parking lot, I was sitting there and I had a ticket on the ground, it goes in the car. I didn't even bother to look at that, just in the car. Because I parked there for a reason. Why's that ticket there? Because my wife will look at me and she'll go, what happened to it? And I'll be on the ground picking up the ticket. But you watch. There's a reason why you travel a certain route. There's a reason why you walked a certain route. There's a reason why Spirit allowed you to be there or got you out of sync. You go on a detour in your life, and while you're driving the car or something in the detour, be watchful because you're doing something not in your daily routine. Allow yourself to kind of watch what gets your attention. And life's supposed to be very pleasant, comfortable. It's only sometimes we make an unscheduled stop at a sanitarium. We're allowed to take people on a day trip with us. That's all. We got to remember that when we stop at these places and people are a little bit too broken, we have to step back. But in Florida, I tell people, Florida and Maine, same thing. Put a sign around somebody or something, free to go home. Somebody will stop outside of your house in a few minutes and pick it up. That includes two-legged people. Put them out there. Somebody will stop and collect them. You have to remember that sometimes we've done all we can do for the person or the situation. There's no more we can do for it. We're done. Somebody else will step up and take it the rest of the way. Don't beat yourself up if something didn't quite work out the way you thought it should. Be watchful of what's coming next, where your guides want you next, not where you're going, where you've been. If you've been sick for most of your life, doesn't mean you gotta keep being sick. If you have had bad relationships, doesn't mean you gotta keep attracting bad, crazy people in your life. I just tell people, they say, Louis, I just keep attracting people that aren't good. Why do I keep doing that? I said, because you haven't changed the energy. You're still dwelling in the same space, the same vibration. Universal law, universal energy, the universal mind. It's when we look at it, weigh the possibilities that are appearing in our lives. What is the best possibility for you? I could look at her and say, dear, you should move to Alaska. She's still looking. You're not going there. But I should tell you that, see? So if Spirit told you something, you go, no. Listen to yourself, your first thought. Don't go, oh, maybe I'll do it. Oh. Somebody told me to do it, maybe I'll do it. No. What was your first thought when they said it? See? First thought, first vibration for you. You have to trust that you can make rational decisions. You might question yourself sometimes as you move through this earth plane, but we're all perfect vibration within the mind of God. So the question is, if we understand that, we've had lifetimes that were extremely awesome, and a few, not so much. But probably because maybe we were life lessons for other people. Maybe we were just the catalyst to get them to where they needed to be. It wasn't for us at all. I believe in this lifetime, we do nothing wrong. You might say, whoa, I've done some stuff, Lou. But the question is, sometimes we do things to move the universal energy, to move situations for other people's journey to get them to where they needed to be. Might not have worked out quite well for us, wasn't good, wasn't comfortable, but it did move the energy for them, placed them to where they needed to be, moved the energy in their vibration to affect other people, to move them to where they needed to be. We were just collateral damage. If Spirit wants you to do something, they will move heaven and earth. They're very pleasant with you. Say, please come, please, please. We're saying please now. Then all of a sudden you hear duct tape being tore. Okay, we warn you. Okay, we're going to drag you now. Then we start screaming and hollering because now Spirit is dragging us, pulling us down the path. When they were just please asking us to just go. Just please do this. And they will be pleasant with us until we have to be somewhere. If we look through the earth plane and through the spirit world, there are meridians that lay across the earth. Meridians. Right now you guys are in Sun City. You need to be here. You're here. You're in a meridian line. You're affecting it. There's probably hundreds and thousands of people on that same line throughout the universe and throughout the energy. Everybody's standing on a line until you're done affecting that line. Then you move. You know why you moved. You know why you had to move, why you had to go somewhere. Because you were done on that line. You've got to go somewhere else to affect that one. That's why we move. We affect different meridian lines throughout the universe. As we move and change. We change situations. So when we're moving, is it a good deal for you? If you move someplace for someone, if they died, moved away, left you there, would you be okay there? Would you be all right? Would you feel comfortable there? If you're just going there just to be there, it's not quite, and everybody moves away and leaves you there, well, how good's that going to be for you? I had a lady in a reading, I told her, I said, dear, your mother hates you. She does. She doesn't like you, you leave her alone, you stay away from her, she's not good for you. She said, you're mean. I said, no, I'm just telling you the truth, dear. Stop it. She moved, sold her house, almost had to give it away. Moved all the way to Oregon to be next to Mama. As soon as she got there, bought herself a house, thought she was going to help Mom. Mom stole her house, moved all the way 2 blocks from where this lady had sold her house. The lady calls me on the phone and says, I think my mom hates me. Hello. And she did that. Nothing about the move, nothing about the change of the vibration, nothing about selling the house or moving or getting out of the house. None of it was working. None of it. But she forced it. She forced it to work. And that's when Spirit plays little games. Some of your guides behind you have a little bit of a sick sense of humor. So they will come up and bring things. You want to play? Okay, we're going to play. So you make sure they understand what you're personally looking for, what you're looking for, the vibration for you. I want to show psychic vibrations. I said psychic vibrations or psychic readings. Psychic readings are exactly what's going on around your auric field. I'm not quite dealing with spirit. I'm dealing with what you brought into the room with you. The luggage, the stuff, the vibration you have within your auric field. I read that. Flowers, different things, colors, different things. It's all psychic. It's a psychic vibration. Dealing more mediumistically, it means I'm dealing with people from the spirit world. Dealing with them, dealing with that consciousness, that vibration. So if somebody's just reading, telling you about dragonflies and butterflies and roses and colors, but they don't break through anybody from the spirit world, more giving you a psychic reading, psychic. That's what they're doing. But to be a medium or to work in this kind of work, you have to be a little bit of both, you know? A little bit of psychic, a little bit of mediumship, both. Because you're either going to start a reading or start the whole vibration off psychically, end it mediumistically, or start it mediumistically and end it psychically. Both will have some kind of play in here. You have to look at the luggage you brought. You bring all this stuff in with you and throw it on the floor in front of the medium. Well, you gotta look at it. You brought it in, you threw it on the floor, I've gotta see it. It's here. Especially when your guides are sorting through it right in front of me. I have to look at it, I have to place that in motion for you. Tell you how to clear it, how to regroup, how to rebalance, how to reset. But you can do a lot of that on your own. You can just ask yourself, is this good for me? Is this highly beneficial? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? First thought, first impression. What are you doing? What are you putting in motion? That's what you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself that. Whether you're in metaphysics, whether you're in universal energy, whatever you're into, astrology, handwriting analysis, I don't care. Does it work for you? Does it work for you? Does it fit you? I was raised in mediumship. I was raised as a spiritualist most of my life. My father was a Baptist minister, Southern Baptist, down hard Southern Baptist, down hard. That's like when they start grinding, like, whoa. No dancing, no makeup, no party, no nothing. But my mother, we were crazy. So I kind of liked the spiritualist, but I liked it because I had more of a control of what I thought to believe. I learned that very young in my life. That my father would come up to me and goes, read that verse. I go, what about that one? He goes, oh, we don't look at that one. I said, it's in the book. Then he showed me another verse and said, you need to behave, look at that verse. I said, what about that one? Oh, we don't read that one either. I told my God, what do you read this book? What do you read? But he used to tickle me because he used to stand up here and talk to people. And he had a whole table full of little red New Testaments, little ones. And if you were nodding off in the audience, he'd take one of those and flip it and hit you with it. And he'd go, if you got time to sleep, you got time to read. And he used to tickle me because we didn't know who, everybody's wide awake, eyes were popping open, everybody's watching it. Because we didn't want to be hit with one of those New Testaments. Because everybody would stare at us and go, ha 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 ha. Everybody go back to staring at him. But he taught me that the Bible was more of a journey book for your journey, for your vibration. Same thing as psychometry with the Bible. It's what you feel with that verse, inwardly within your being. What do you feel with it? What do you sense with that verse? What does it mean to you? When you read the Bible, what does it mean to you? Not because some minister, I told you, I read that verse, I'll tell you exactly what it means. No. What does it mean to you? Might mean something different to them. What does it mean to you? There are a lot of books to read, a lot of things to read to bring through spiritual knowledge, spiritual vibration. So when you're reading something, you're putting something in motion, not what somebody tells you that it should mean to you. What does it say to you? First impression. Same thing with mediumship. It's what does it mean to you? What does it say to you? What does it say to you? What I'm going to do real quick is I'll have you, dear, give me 3 things. Doesn't matter what they are. 3 things. 3 words, dear. Just 3.
Love, charity, home.
So love, clarity,
Charity.
and home. See, when you see something in someone's vibration, now let's say I see love, charity, home. I won't give those words back to her. I will say what they mean to me, what they compel to my being. Not what they mean to her, what me. And I kind of read her energy field, vibration with her. But then I start looking for spirit to appear in her vibration as I started. So by writing 3 things down, you kind of set you, because I already know what love, charity, and home mean to me. It's already in my psychic vocabulary. So I kind of know what it means. So if I went to you, dear, you don't want to go to somebody and go, you know, I felt love, dear. Charity should work for you if you do it, dear, for yourself. And I feel like your home is comfortable, nice for you, dear. God bless you. And you're looking at me going, what the heck was that? What did you do with that? But you tell a story. Tell a story on how that works. The step in your vibration, dear, I felt a lot of compassion within your life. You keep yourself very grounded, very focused. You're very in tune with who you are. You will help when you need to help individuals. But you have rules, dear. There are rules that appear in your vibration for you, that you do not allow other people to abide or disrupt your vibration. Because you are a person in your life, dear, that you can kick those shoes off and come off the porch if you have to. You're not going to play. You probably have people that you've already pulled out of your book, dear. Done. You give people plenty of chances, but you only give them enough chances that then when you don't feel comfortable with it, you allow it to leave. This place where you reside, the place where you place yourself in your life, dear, is like your little Shangri-La, and you try to keep it that way. Calm, peace. You probably have enlightened stuff around your home just to kind of allow it to bring forth energy for you. You're a nice person. You bring through a lot of love. There's been a woman in spirit, dear, that has, her passing was unexpected to you when she passed to spirit. But she's been with you ever since her passing. There's definitely a resemblance with her, with you, dear. She steps in very close to you. But you're going to stay grounded for a while and focusing your attention on individuals in your life to allow yourself to be who you are. You're exactly who you are, dear. Not going to put any airs on and do anything for you. You're exactly who you are, and there's no sense in changing. This is it. You have that whole thing where you have rules, dear. If people don't understand the rules, they should go back to rule 1. Read the rules. 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 Have rules. Well, I'll leave that alone. Blessings. Now, I just told the story. I didn't just bring back what I. See, the question is telling a story, telling a vibrational story for people. Telling a story, telling an understanding. That's what you have to do. And you have to tell yourself what kind of story. If somebody read your book, would they be surprised at what was in the book? Did they read your book, or did they put it back on the shelf? What was in? So when you're reading your own life, your own vibrational book, are you happy with it? Are you content with what you see? As I said here, most of the things that have happened in our lives are not a life lesson for us. Remember, you've done nothing wrong. 0. Nothing. You've been a life lesson for individuals, life lesson for situations and vibrations to move other vibrational universal energy to where it needs to be. Maybe it wasn't for you. You just happened to make a detour off the road and ended up there with these people. But as soon as you're done with affecting that energy, then you will move somewhere else. You'll place yourself and affect that energy there. Then that energy, maybe there's a whole bunch of people in your life that are going to affect you. You'll like, ooh, this is awesome. But they might think, oh, this is not good for me. But it's because they take on that life lesson to get you to where you need to be. Spirit wants you somewhere, they will move heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. Because a lot of times our lives we're there to affect people. We're on this earth plane. Maybe you were just on this earth plane to give birth to a child. That was it. The rest of the time you're supposed to be on recess. Recess. But sometimes we get so entangled in situations in our lives that we don't see the playfield. We're always standing behind the door looking out to the playfield. We never get to it. You're supposed to get to the playfield. No matter how old you are, go to the field, go play, go enjoy your life. What do I need to make my life very comfortable? What do I need? People might say, oh, I need money. Well, let me tell you, people, you ask for money? Oh, I need money. Walk out that door today, you might find a quarter or a dime in the street. As far as your guide's concerned, you have money. Give them a figure that you can personally accept. You. Not for other people, but for you. What can you personally accept in your life that will bring you balance within your life? Balance in your life. For you. What do you need? That's what you have to ask yourself. You. Because if you don't, your guides go, say what to them. I love it when people say, I get pennies from heaven. Pennies all over my house. There's pennies all, a lot of rollers, you're gonna have to have a lot of pennies to get what you personally need in your life. If you do have coins drop in your life, you have coins, always look at the date on the coins. There's quite a few times that date will have some kind of meaning from the spirit world for you. It be somebody's birthday, some kind of anniversary, some kind of celebration. That number, the date on that coin could have some kind of meaning to you because you were walking there, you picked it up, look at the coin, it could have a meaning to you. Those dates on that coin will have a meaning to you. It could tell you who's following you. You got married in 68 and the coin you find is from 68 and your mate has passed, there's a very good possibility your mate tossed that coin so you could see it. See, the question is there's always these symbols in the vibration. Remember, there's 222, 333, 444, 555. You keep seeing repetition of numbers. Your angels are trying to speak to you. They're trying to talk to you. So give yourself a moment. Say, okay, I saw it. What are you trying to tell me? Acknowledge them. That's all. You don't have to call on my name. You don't have to call your guides by name. But just acknowledge that they're there. I called Jeff, I called Joseph, I called Nora. I know my guides' names, but that's out of years of working with them. But the question here is when the guides are helping you, just acknowledge that they're there. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Now I get to let you guys ask me questions. And everybody, I'm a world of knowledge here. So.